Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, osia dem yopo.
You are most welcome to PENDREAM TV, the only channel that brings you the best and latest updates in politics. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for more updates, like and also share to other members to watch as well. Please, your comments are most important to us. Do leave a comment after watching or send us your voice note on our WhatsApp number, which is 0277 128 777. Thank you. Please, I would like you to join me listening to what we have for you today and leave a comment after watching as well. Thank you.
Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Yesterday, I saw on page 4 of the Daily Guide, a very interesting, the editorial page of the Daily Guide. Alhaji Gunda, good morning to you. And I saw a scathing attack on me, Roland Walker, Bellamundi, and NAPCO, written by this very nice man. And his name is supposed to be Ogboro, Kweku Ogboro, blah, blah, blah. We were born on Wednesday. I don't know if that's a pseudonym or what. And I was asking myself that all the people who supervise the production of this, I've sat close to them before in meetings, media engagements, and they know I smell better than them. They know. And then there's a half-wit called Ofe Newton, who used to work at the Jubilee House, who no longer has a job, who also wrote that, who I know comes to beg for food to eat from a relative of mine. So I was asking myself the question that why would people, instead of answering the questions that we ask, Bellamundi will ask intelligent questions, Roland Walker will ask intelligent questions, NAPCO will ask intelligent questions, Johnie Hughes will ask intelligent questions. They won't respond to the questions, but they will decide to attack and say, oh, there's a shortage of toothpaste and spray and whatever it is. I said, I've sat closer to all of them, including Alhaji, my boss. And I smell better than all of them put together. I'm saying this because if Alhaji supervised the production of this and publication of this, means that he is complicit. He is no longer a victim. He is a conspirator. So I'm putting this out. It was in the Daily Guide. This is the Daily Guide newspaper. I saw it yesterday. And I was wondering what went through in terms of the thinking through process that we were taught at school. I was wondering that you just pick individuals, you do not answer the questions they are asking, but then you decide that you're going to focus on them and attack them and insult them. We have gone past that. We are teaching the children to know and to be wise. We're teaching the children to read. We're teaching the children to be analytic. We're teaching the children to be informative, educational. We're teaching the children to have a brain of their own that they can use to develop the nation called Ghana. We're not teaching the children to be insulting. You can disagree with people without being disagreeable. So I am very disappointed in Alhaji. Alhaji, I'm disappointed in you that you decided to stoop so low for partisan political reasons, and that you decide to label the whole of TV3 Akatamansonians. Really? When Nanado was in our studio at TV3, Mustafa Hamid, Kamal Din Abdullahi, Ibrahim Ejay, all of them, when they were Adam Sabo, when they were in our studios, Ajesu and the rest, we were not Akatamansonians, right? Were we Kukrudites? This low-life journalism must stop. You have promised people one district, one factory. You have not done it. You have promised people one village, one dam. You have not achieved it. You have promised people 1 million per constituency. You have not achieved it. You have promised that you are going to digitalize a school feeding program. You have not done it. You have promised people that you are going to give them laptops. You have promised people that you are changing the curriculum. You give them textbooks. You have not done so many things you have promised. You have not done. Instead of focusing on it, you are being used as a tool and a poodle, as was published on the front page of the statement and the Daily Guide, that people smell. I can put NAPCO close to you, put Bellamundi here, put Roland here, put Johnie Hughes here. We smell better than all of you. I'm telling you. That's a fact. So whoever this man is, and for whatever reason it is, and I have not done this before, I'm doing this because it was published in a supposed Ghana's favorite newspaper. I've not done it before. I'm doing this now. I've never done this before. I'm doing it now because I'm so disappointed in you, Alhaji. And send it to Alhaji. I'm sure he's watching. That you decided to stoop so low, Alhaji. I've not known you to be, I've never disrespected you before. But you decided that you were going to do this. You decided that you were going to do this. Pull the NAPCO paper for me. You own NAPCO people. You promised them permanency. Dr. Baumia, whose what do you call it, ego you are trying to massage, promised the people NAPCO permanency. Dr. Ibrahim Anyas, who decided that he was part of NAPCO, he was head, promised the people permanency. He is now part of Dr. Baumia's campaign. I'll play 2 videos for you. This is to His Excellency Dr. Baumia, dated the 24th of June. On June 2, 2024, President and flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, made a significant promise to vulnerable NAPCO trainees during his campaign tour in the Volta region, committing to pay the trainees 9 months arrears. However, weeks have passed without action, and silence has followed. Well, as a result, vulnerable trainees are in a critical, in a critically weakened condition, and are damaging the fulfillment of the Vice President's promise. Frankly, Mr. Vice President, NAPCO trainees have been waiting patiently for their hard-earned arrears for far too long, only to be met with silence and disregard from your office that unveiled the scheme. The broken promise and neglect are staggering, and we will no longer remain silent on this matter. Your Excellency, we remind you that the NAPCO trainees are struggling in this difficult economic climate, which your administration is responsible for managing. So essentially, they're talking about the fact that you owe them, you have not paid them. Now, come to me. Let me tell you something. The supposed Abeku Newton, right, who used to come back for food at my relative's place, I've been talking about scorecard. He was put at Siga, a lying old man. I wish I had put the picture up there. He's wearing some old, dilapidated shoe. He looks poor and enervated. This Abeku Newton gentleman, he was put at Siga. And Siga was declaring, and the state-owned enterprises under him, Gihog, blah, 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 they were declaring losses. He was at Siga. He has no scorecard to show. He used to be at the presidency. They sacked him. He wants to have an aura of importance around him, but he is not as important as he thinks. I have not responded to him before. For the last 3-4 years that he has decided to abuse, I've never paid attention to him. But I'm paying attention to him because Alhaji Gunda paid attention to him in this newspaper. That's why I'm paying attention to him. Flip the coin. Let's talk about weightier matters. Show me the child at the traffic light. Show me the child at the traffic light. These are the things that the president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, in opposition, complained about. Children begging on the street. He spoke about it. This was on the intersection of the Jubilee House, right in front of the Jubilee House, that has been sold, which will be broken down and built, right? That's a child sitting there vulnerably. I took this photo on Sunday. That's what you people should be focusing on. Alhaji Gunda, good morning to you. Abeku Newton and all those people, good morning to you. This is what you should be focusing on. You told the people that you will fix this and that your predecessor was not fit for purpose, that you will fix this. Have you fixed it? I'm asking you a simple question. Have you fixed it? The children are begging on the street. And if you are home and thinking that this does not affect you, wait. You are grooming your child. You are taking them to international schools. You are taking them to the best schools. You are teaching them everything. When they have grown and they have money and they have worked and they have been properly nurtured and nurtured, these people on the streets who have no love, no affection, whatever it is, will come and rob them. They will take from them. That's when you will know that you have failed. Look at this. Let this sink in. And if you are driving through town, you would have noticed this. Children sitting on the street, children begging by the street. They are there. That's what I'm talking about. And that is what I think that responsible old people with gray hair in their nose and on their eyebrows will focus on, not publish rubbish in newspapers. Old people who are supposed to know better, who enjoyed better, they would not publish that nonsense and rubbish in newspapers. They would actually think about the future of the country. But they won't. They won't think about it because they are so much engulfed in partisan politics. And this morning, if you scan the media landscape, there will be some old person, some grown-up person who will be defending whatever rubbish there is to defend in the name of NDC MPP. And you ask yourself, why? The NAPCO people have written, there are two videos. Nana Kumia's video, Dennis Miracles Alhaji. Dennis belongs to my generation. He's my younger brother, but he belongs to my generation. Play Dennis Miracles Alhaji's video first, and then you play Nana Kumia's video again. No, play Dr. Baumia's black and white video. Dr. Baumia has a black and white video. Play that video first. Then we'll play the videos in succession. Play, start.
His Excellency, Wadaroma. And say NAPCO for a binum stipend be akam is unpaid stipend, and they have not received it. And I know that flashy problem is directly under the office of the vice president. Please and please, when is that unpaid stipend is going to be paid to them?
NAPCO no dear, Damakoma sopa because I was one of the main movers for NAPCO. No, NAPCO no, we've had them working for about 4 years, about 100,000 people. So far, to them over the 4 years, over 4 billion or 3-point-something billion Ghana cedis. So, but said the program no ND, we still owe some stipends. They will be paid. I'm going to push for the Ministry of Finance to pay those.
Compare where we are. That's the vice president promising that they will pay. Weeks after, he put Dr. Ibrahim Anyas, who came to deceive the whole country that, well, the 979,000 people, right, who had been employed by NAPCO was actually 100,000. Dr. Anyas is on the campaign trail of Dr. Baumia. Oh, fine, Google it. Ask if Google it and find out. He's there. Have the NAPCOnians been paid? No. Were they promised a permanency? Yes. Why have they not been paid? I don't know. Why is anybody publishing rubbish in the daily guide? I don't know. Do we smell better than them? Belamundi, Johnny Hughes, Nash Shoko, Ronald Walker? Yes. Because we have sat closer to them in media soirees. We smell better than all of them, including Alhaji Gunda. I'm saying it on authority. Because sometimes when you sit by some of the people, out of courtesy, you don't want to move away so that people will say, oh, but you know you smell better than all of them. Play me Dennis Alhaji's video.
Please, dishonesty, it is insincerity for anybody to even try to compare where we are now to where we found ourselves in 2016 and say that it was better than now. We have made.
Are you saying we are better now?
Yes.
Than we were
comparatively? And those are the things.
Let's go to the
Alhaji, allow him, please.
Let's go to the fuel station.
Alhaji, allow him, please.
Sorry, please.
Allow him, please.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
So you are saying that we are in a better place now than we were in 2016?
Every single thing that affects a Ghanaian, me, and a young person at home, we are better off, including even the unemployed. And let me come to the famous NAPCO guys. Even the NAPCO guy today, who is owed by government for 4 months, is better off than it was in 2016, because in 2016, this morning, he was home sleeping and wondering who even owes him to go and chase the person after.
NAPCO beneficiary
Yes,
better off?
Yes, because today, at least the NAPCO beneficiary is on a certain list. The government is owing him for 4 months. When I have someone owing me, I am better off than being in so much poverty that I haven't even had anything to do with for the person to owe me.
Have you seen the letter that the meteorological agency...
No, I beg you.
Sorry.
It's just a point. I don't want to digress.
I asked him a question too. Have you seen the letter that the meteorological agency wrote? They say those NAPCO beneficiaries who are not coming to work, if opportunities come, they will not be considered. The guys are also saying we don't have money to transport ourselves to and from work. And you say that in a better place.
Johnie, I will not digress. My point I am making on NAPCO is that in 2016, if I am a young Ghanaian that has graduated, had no job, I was part of an association of unemployed graduates.
Right.
Between 2017 and now, I have been working and being given some stipend, albeit it's small. And as it stands now, I have worked and government owes me 4 months. Anybody watching me that is fair-minded and objective would know that as it stands now, I have government owing me about 2,800 Ghana cedis, which means that I am far better off compared to 2016, that by this time, I have not even been able to hold a cutlass for someone to owe me 30 cedis. It is complete dishonest.
That's Dennis Miracles Alhaji. He speaks for the Dr. Bawumia campaign. So for you NAPCO people, he's telling you that owing you and deciding not to pay and actually holding on to your money and not communicating to you when your money is going to be paid is far better. And the sad part is where the comparison is always done, because he said the people you came to replace are doing a very bad job. They have to be cleared. Now you have come into power and you are comparing yourself to the people that you said were not doing a good job. So the failure that you told all of us about, sounded the alarm about, is now the standard. Is that the case? Young man. And he's telling you that, to be owed. Meanwhile, his salary doesn't delay. His salary is never in arrears. Whatever stipends he deserves or he needs, it doesn't delay. It comes to him. So what's the conversation? That you, whose landlord is chasing you, you who are hungry, you who are hard-pressed for whatever, you are in a better place. Can you believe that? Can you ever believe that? Play Nana Kumia's video. Now, listen to the voice of the wise. Listen. Your message to the NAPCO people.
What's the problem?
They are owed arrears. They say you have abandoned them. These days, you don't even talk about them as an achievement of job creation.
It's a stigma that government must correct quickly.
And who corrected? Dr. Bawumia has the opportunity to correct it. Dr. Ibrahim Anyas, who was at the helm of affairs at NAPCO, is in this campaign team with you.
I'm saying that government should correct it quickly.
How?
It's an embarrassment. By paying them. And I'm hoping that it will be paid very soon.
Your message to the NAPCO people.
What's the problem?
They are owed arrears. They say you have abandoned them. These days, you don't even talk about them as an achievement of job creation.
It's a stigma that government must correct quickly.
And who corrected? Dr. Bawumia has the opportunity to correct it. Dr. Ibrahim Anyas, who was at the helm of affairs at NAPCO, is in this campaign team with you.
I'm saying that government should correct it quickly.
How?
It's an embarrassment. By paying them. And I'm hoping that it will be paid very soon.
Your message. That was my interview in Nana Kumia. You heard a voice of wisdom. A grown-up who understands the pain of people beyond the young and I don't want to use the word I want to use. Who is just talking because he has to talk to please. I say most of the things that Dr. Bawumia says, there are things he says because people in that room with him have convinced him that they are the right things to say. Most of the things that Dr. Bawumia says, there are things he says because people have convinced him over time that those are the things to say. That's why he says them. On his own volition, he would never say those. On his own volition, he will never say those. But he will say them because people have convinced him that dog can't say it. Can't. How? How did we get here as a country? How? And we always will make unnecessary comparison that, oh, in 2016, 2020, 2012, in 2016, 2012, in 2020. How did we come here? Have you noticed that nobody makes comparison of 2020 and 2024, but they only make references to 2016? Have you made an analogy of that? Have you? Please call me 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Forward ever, backwards never.
Thank you for staying to PENDREAM TV. Really appreciate your time. Please, if you have not yet subscribed as a new member, please do so for us. Hit the notification bell, like and also share to other members to watch as well. Make sure you share to other members on your contact list or on your group chats. Thank you.
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Ah nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.